And through this video session we are going to discuss about a very important rule. We can call it as property, but still it's a very important rule. Its name is distributivity. What? Distributivity. And distributivity is defined as a into b plus c is equal to ab plus ac. So you may feel that what sir is saying, it is going to be a difficult thing. No, it's a very easy thing. While solving question you are going to understand how much easy topic is distributivity. Okay, let me define that. After that we will solve problem. So while I am defining, you may feel some difficulty. Let it be no problem. Who wants the definition? No one is going to ask you any definition in maths, because it is not like Malayalam or science. We don't want definition, we just need problems to solve out. So that's why I told you, maybe when I'm explaining the definition you may feel some doubts. Don't worry, we will, when we start solving question, the concept will be thorough with you. Okay, so distributivity, a into b plus c is equal to ab plus ac. As I defined, distributivity is nothing but a into b plus c is equal to ab plus ac. It means, see, it read as a into, here there is no operation, but if there is no operation it means there exists multiplication. That's why I read it as a into b plus c. What is the specialty? B and c are added. B plus c, b and c are added together, then kept in a bracket, then we are going to multiply a with that. Once again I am repeating, b and c are added together, kept in a bracket, then we are going to multiply a with that. A into b plus c is equal to, how we can calculate a into b plus c? It is very simple. A, it is nothing, it is equal to ab plus ac. That means we have to operate a into b, then give a plus, then a into c, then a into c. Let us solve some problem. For example, how you can calculate 2 into 3 plus 2? By applying this property. There exists many different ways of calculating 2 into 3 plus 2, but my question is, calculate 2 into 3 plus 2 by applying distributivity. Once again I'm repeating, in order to calculate 3 into 2 into 3 plus 2, there exist many different kind of solution, but in order to calculate 2 into 3 plus 2 by using distributivity, there exists only one method that I am going to explain. So question is, you can write the question as, calculate 2 into 3 plus 2 by using distributive property or by distributivity. Okay, how we can apply distributivity? So I told you we can read it as 2 into 3 plus 2. If there is no operation, that means there exists into. So question is 2 into 3 plus 2. How we can calculate? See, you just multiply 2 and 3. That means we have to write 2 into 3 and just give in a bracket. 2 into 3, just give in a bracket. And which is this sign? That is plus. Write that plus. Then we can multiply this 2 into this 2. That means 2 into 2. 2 into 2 and give in a bracket. You may understood. Question is 2 into 3 plus 2. I told you this 2 is common for 3 and 2. Why? Because 3 and 2 are kept in a bracket, and 2 is outside. That means 2 is common for 3 and 2 is common for 2. Okay, so what we can do? How we can solve a 2 into 3 plus 2? First of all, 2 into this number, that is 2 into 3. Just give in a bracket and this sign plus, then 2 into this number, 2 into 2, and keep in a bracket. This is the way of solving. What is 2 into 3? 6. Plus what is 2 into 2? 4. What is that? 6 plus 4 is 10. The answer is 10. You may understood, isn't it? This is the solving method by using distributivity. Very simple, no? Okay. Let me give you another problem. Calculate, you can write the question as, calculate 1 by 2 plus, 1 by 2 into, if there is no operation we can read it as into, 1 by 2 into 3 by 4 plus 6 by 7. This is the question. How we can calculate 1 by 2 into 3 by 4 plus 6 by 7? Very simple. Question is, calculate 1 by 2 into 3 by 4 plus 6 by 7. You have to write in this way by using distributivity. What? By using distributivity. And how we can apply distributivity and solve it out? Just multiply 1 by 2 into 3 by 4 first. 1 by 2 into 3 by 4. Here the operation is into, don't forget, and keep in a bracket. Then which is this operation, main operation, that is plus. Write that. If that is subtraction, you have to write minus. That's why I am repeating. You have to write the same sign, that is plus. Write plus. Then next bracket. Then 1 by 2 into 6 by 7. 1 by 2 into 6 by 7. You may understood, isn't it? And start solving. And you know how to multiply two fractions. Multiply the numerator, multiply the denominator. What is 1 into 3? 3. What is 2 into 4? 8. plus what is 1 into 6? 6. What is 2 into 7? 14. Once again I am repeating. 1 into 2 into 3, see, this is the question. 1 into 2 into 3 by 4 plus 6 by 7 is the question. We have to solve this by using distributivity, and this is the way of solving. You can multiply this 1 by 2 and 3 by 4 first and keep in a bracket. Then this sign as it is, see, plus, and next time 1 by 2 into 6 by 7. See, 1 by 2 into 6 by 7, keep in a bracket. Then solve it out. 1 into 3 is 3, 2 into 4 is 8, then 1 into 6 is 6, 2 into 7 is 14. Then we have to do this. You can use cross multiplication, otherwise you can use LCM method. How? Which all are the methods exist? Cross multiplication and LCM is there. So LCM is nothing but making the denominator same. Cross multiplication is very simple. Just multiply this way, plus just multiply this way, then divide by multiply this way. Okay, anyway, which method we can apply? Let us apply LCM method, isn't it? See, we know how to calculate LCM of 8 and 14. I have to calculate the LCM of denominator 8 and 14. This is the way of calculating LCM of 8 and 14. You know how we can, because we were discussing this method from 5th standard onwards. I think this is the method of solving, so calculating LCM of two number. See, I will explain how we can calculate that. See, there may exist very few students, they may don't know, they may don't have much aware about how to calculate LCM of the denominator. For them, I am going to explain that. In order to use LCM method, we have to choose, the denominator. Here the denominator is 8, here the denominator is 14. So just write that 8 comma 14. And by which number I can start? You have to think about the least prime number such that we can divide 8 and 14 together. Which is the least prime number we can divide? See, which are the prime numbers? 2, 3, 5, 7, etc. are the prime numbers. So which is the least prime number which we can divide 8 and 14 together? 2. Then in 8 how many 2? 4. In 14 how many 2? 7. You may understood. The next two numbers are 4 and 7. And can you write 2 again? Because why? Because yes, I can write 2 again because 4 is there. 4 I can divide by 2. 7 is there. 7 I cannot divide by 2, but no problem. Still 4 exists, no? Yes. In 4 how many 2 is there? 2. In 7 is there any 2? No. So just write 7 as it is. That is the method. Then again, by which number? Yes, again I can write 2 because 2 is there. In 2 how many 2? 1. Then write this 7 because in 7 no 2 no. So just rewrite. Then now can I choose 2 now? No, because 1 and 7 both I cannot divide by 2 because there 1 7 ആണ് അടുത്തത്. അതിന് ഇവിടെ 2 എന്ന് എഴുതാൻ പറ്റില്ല. ഇവിടെ ഞാൻ 8 14 2 എഴുതാനുള്ള കാരണം എന്താ? 8 4 ഉണ്ട്, 14 7 ഉണ്ട്, 7 2s ഉണ്ട്, അങ്ങനെ എഴുതി. അടുത്തത് 2 എന്താ എഴുതാൻ കാരണം? 4ഉം 7ഉം ഉണ്ട്. 7ൽ 2 ഇല്ല, പക്ഷേ 4 ഉണ്ടല്ലോ, 4 2 ഉണ്ടല്ലോ, അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് അങ്ങനെ റിപ്പീറ്റ് ചെയ്ത്. പിന്നെ 2ഉം 7ഉം വന്നപ്പോൾ വീണ്ടും എനിക്ക് 2 എഴുതാം, കാരണം 2ൽ 2 ഉണ്ട് ഒരു പ്രാവശ്യം, 7ൽ ഇല്ലാത്തതുകൊണ്ടാണ് അതിങ്ങനെ ഇറക്കി എഴുതുന്നത്. ദെൻ വിച്ച് നമ്പർ 2? വെദർ 2 is possible? No, because I cannot divide by 1 with 2, I cannot divide 7 with 2. So roll of 7 finished. Now we can choose the next prime number, and next possible prime number will be 7. In 1 is there any 7? No. So just rewrite that. In 7 how many 7? 1. So just multiply these all together, we will get the LCM. 2 into 2 is 4, 4 into 2 is 8, 8 into 7 is 56. So LCM is what? LCM is 56. Then I am going to multiply and make the denominator as 56. So 3 by 8. How I can make this denominator as 56? Because I got LCM as 56, so I have to make both denominator as 56. That is the rule. Then by which number I can multiply to make 8 as 56? Just multiply with 7. Since I am multiplying here with 7, here also with 7. Then 6 by 14. 14 into which will give you 56? Think. 14 into 4, isn't it? Yes. So here also I have to multiply with 4. Now you just see it become 3 into 7 is 21, 8 into 7 is 56. So 21 by 56 plus, see, 6 into 4 is 24, 24 by 56, 24 by 56. So answer will be what? Answer will be, denominator is same, just write that, 21 plus 24, what is that? 45. The answer will be what? 45 by 56. And this is the solution of that question by using distributivity property. So this is the end of that distributivity property. So I think we have to discuss few more question in that. So just try to watch that question also. And these questions under distributivity is very important. You may feel that very simple, but we need little bit concentration while we are doing, because this is mathematics. So now I am going to solve few more questions for you. As I told you, let me solve a few more questions. Like the question is find 1 by 2 into some 1 by 3 plus 2 by 3 by distributivity. Question is find 1 by 2 into 1 by 3 plus 2 by 3 by using distributivity property. So can we do? How we can apply distributivity property? So first of all, we have to write 1 by 2 into 1 by 3. Then take this and plus. Then 1 by 2 into 2 by 3. Isn't it? Multiply these two times, then plus multiply these two times. You may understood, isn't it? Now we just see what is 1 into 1? 1. What is 2 into 3? 6. Plus what is 1 into 2? 2. What is 2 into 3? 6. You may understood. 1 into 1 is 1, 2 into 3 is 6, plus 1 into 2 is 2, 2 into 3 is 6. Now we just see, since the denominator is already same, write that. What is 1 plus 2? 3. So answer is 3 by 6. When you reduce, it will be 1 by 2. How you can reduce 3 by 6 into 1 by 2? You can cancel by both by 3. So we will get answer as 1 by 2. See, I told you maybe sometimes this sign will be changed into subtraction. At that time we have to write this sign as, we have to change this sign as subtraction. If this sign is subtraction, we will change this sign as subtraction. Okay. And there may exist few other problems like this. This is the one way of applying distributivity. There exists another way of applying distributivity. For example, find 2 by 3 into 4 by 7 plus 6 by 3 into 4 by 7 by distributivity. This is another way of question. That means what I am saying is, distributivity apply രണ്ട് രീതിയിൽ നമ്മൾ apply ചെയ്യും. First method we already discussed how to apply distributivity. That was this method. See, this question. This is the one way of applying distributivity in problems. You may understood it well. And now I am going to give you another question. That means in this question we are going to apply distributivity in another way. So there exists two method of application of distributivity. First method we already discussed. You may understood it well, isn't it? From outside number we have to multiply with each number inside. You may understood. That means the method we just discussed just now. Then now I am going to discuss another way of applying this distributivity property. Just learn it. See, this is your question. Find 2 by 3 into 4 by 7 plus 6 by 3 into 4 by 7 by distributivity. In order to find this you have to consider as one term. This you have to consider as second term. Question is find 2 by 3 into 4 by 7 plus 6 by 3 into 4 by 7 by using distributivity. So in order to calculate the answer, you can consider these as first term and these are second term. Is there any common in both term? Is there any common number in both term? Which came as common? See, 4 by 7 is common, no? Because in the first term 4 by 7 is there. In the second term also 4 by 7 is there. So just take 4 by 7 outside. If you take 4 by 7 outside from this term, what will remain? Only 2 by 3 will remain. Then this sign. Then I took 4 by 7 outside, no? So I took 4 by 7 outside from this term and this term. 4 by 7 is outside from both the term. When I took 4 by 7 outside from this term, what will remain? 2 by 3 only will remain, because 4 by 7 is in outside, standing outside. Then this sign plus. Then this, from this term also I took 4 by 7 outside. 4 by 7 is standing outside. Then what will remain here? 6 by 3 only remain. You may understood. Once again repeating. If you meet this kind of a question, separate it as two term. First term, second term. And in the first term and second term, compare both term. Which came as common in both term? 4 by 7 is common in both the term. Just take 4 by 7 outside. Make 4 by 7 stand outside. Then keep a bracket. Then inside the bracket, in first term 4 by 7 is came outside. So what will remain? 2 by 3 will remain. Then this sign as it is. From the second term also we took 4 by 7 outside. what will remain? 6 by 3 will remain. I'm repeating in Malayalam, that means രണ്ട് ടൈം ഉണ്ട്. രണ്ട് ടൈമിൽ എന്താണ് കോമൺ ഉള്ളത്? രണ്ടിലും 4/7 ഉണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ 4/7 നമ്മൾ പിടിച്ച് പുറത്ത് നിർത്തി. രണ്ടീന്ന് ഓരോന്നോരോന്ന് എടുക്കണ്ട. രണ്ടിലും 4/7 ഒരുപോലെയല്ലേ? ഇവിടെ 4/7 ഉണ്ട്, ഇവിടെ 4/7. അപ്പോൾ രണ്ട് 4/7 എടുക്കണ്ട, ഒരുമിച്ച് 4/7 അങ്ങ് പുറത്തെടുക്കുക. അതായത് രണ്ടീന്നും ഉള്ള 4/7 ആണ് ഇത് റെപ്രസെൻറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. അപ്പോൾ ഇത് ഔട്ട്സൈഡ് വന്ന് ഇവിടെ എന്തുണ്ട്? 2/3 will remain. Here what will remain? 6/3 will remain. And now we know how to solve 4/7 into if there is no sign, it means there exists into, isn't it? Then you can operate this. How to add two fraction? Just write the denominator as it is. Then 2 plus 6 is 8, isn't it? And now outside is 4/7, inside is, since the denominator same, just write as it is, add the numerator. 2 plus 6 is 8. You know how to multiply two fraction now. 4 into 8 is 32. 7 into 3 is 21. So answer will be 32/21. And you just let me tell you one thing. ഒരു കാര്യം ഞാൻ പറയട്ടെ, ഇങ്ങനെ വരുമ്പോൾ പിന്നെ നിങ്ങൾ ഇതിനെ ഇങ്ങനെ ഉള്ളിലോട്ടെടുത്ത് ഇങ്ങനെ ചെയ്തത്, ഇതിനെ മൾട്ടിപ്ലൈ ചെയ്ത്, നേരത്തെ നമ്മൾ ചെയ്തില്ലേ, ഇങ്ങനെ ചെയ്തില്ലേ, അങ്ങനെ ഇവിടെ ചെയ്യരുത് കേട്ടോ ഇനി. കാരണം എന്താ? കാരണം ഇങ്ങനെ നിങ്ങൾ മൾട്ടിപ്ലൈ ചെയ്ത് വെച്ചു എന്ന് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ തന്നെ പിന്നെ കിട്ടുള്ളൂ. മനസ്സിലായില്ലേ? ഇപ്പോൾ നിങ്ങളൊന്ന് ആലോചിക്കുക, ഈ 4/7 2/3 കൊണ്ട് മൾട്ടിപ്ലൈ ചെയ്തു, അതല്ലേ ഈ മേലെ ഉള്ളത് 4/7 × 2/3. പിന്നെ പ്ലസ് ഇട്ടിട്ട് 4/7 6/3 കൊണ്ട് മൾട്ടിപ്ലൈ ചെയ്തു, അതന്നെയല്ലേ ഇവിടെ ഉള്ളത്. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ ഇങ്ങനെ ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ തന്നെ കിട്ടുക. അപ്പം ഇത് ഇങ്ങനെ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ വന്നു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ നിങ്ങൾ ഇങ്ങനെയാണ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ആദ്യമേ ചോദിക്കുന്നതെങ്കിൽ നിങ്ങൾ ഇങ്ങനെ മൾട്ടിപ്ലൈ ചെയ്യുക. ഇനി ഇങ്ങനെയാണ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ചെയ്യുന്നതെങ്കിൽ ഈ രീതിയിൽ പ്രൊസീഡ് ചെയ്യുക. So you may understood it well, and I'm going to give you two more questions for better understanding, better clarification. Suppose the question is, you can write the question as find 3/2 into 4/5 plus 3/5 by using distributivity. Question is find 3/2 into 4/5 plus 3/5 by using distributivity. How we can calculate it? We can do in this way, isn't it? 3/2 into 4/5, keep in a bracket, plus 3/2 into 3/5. You may understood. Now just see, it become 2 into 5 is 10, 3 into 4 is 12, plus 3 into 3 is 9, 2 into 5 is 10. Now just see, both denominators are same. Just write that 12 plus 9 is 21. Answer will be 21/10. This is the one way of solving by using distributivity. And another question is, calculate. You can write question as calculate some 2/3 into 1/2 plus 4/3 into 1/2. Suppose this is your question. How we can calculate? Separate it as 2 times, which is common in both time. 1/2 is common, take outside. When I take 1/2 outside from this time, what will remain? 2/3 will remain. Plus if you take 1/2 outside from this time, what will remain? 4/3 will remain. Then what we can do? 1/2 as it is. If there is no sign, just write it as multiplication. Then what is 2/3 plus 4/3? Just write the denominator same. Since the denominator same, just write that. What is 2 plus 4? 6. So answer will be 6/3, isn't it? And now we can multiply 1/2 and 6/3. 1 into 6 is 6. 2 into 3 is 6. Answer will be what? 6/6 is 1. And this is a way of solving. And do not get confused with this type of question and with this type of question. If you meet this type of question, this is the way of solving. If you meet this type of question, this is the way of solving, and both are applying distributivity property. So through this video we have discussed about distributivity property, and I can say that you cannot consider distributivity as a very simple task like closure or commutativity. You have to give importance to this distributivity property, and I explained two methods of applying distributivity property in problems. You may understood two methods. Don't get confused and don't make silly errors by getting confused between two methods. Two methods are totally different. I explained in deep, I think. Okay, so this is the end of this video session. Watch the video well, learn everything, do practice, get in touch with the March daily. Thank you.